So Arsenal beat Everton 1-0 away from home in a tight game where it probably should have been more, but credit to Everton the way they set up. They set up to frustrate Arsenal, and that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did to the Arsenal support. Very frustrating that we couldn't really see the game off, and I think if we look over the last couple of games, what we've been doing in the league is putting ourselves under pressure when we really don't need to, and that's exactly what we did today. We had multiple chances which hit the same post, and we went into stoppage time 1 goal up, which, yeah, it's what we did against Wolves. Nearly cost us. It's what we did. We didn't do it against Villa. We were drawn against Villa going into stoppage time, and obviously we conceded there. I thought that we got out of that today, but only really because of Everton. They offered nothing. They were rubbish today going forward. However, defensively, as I said, they set up strong, and that's exactly what the reason why we didn't go and score more. As much as I am frustrated about that, I never really felt threatened from the Everton team that David Moyes set up, because they really didn't look like doing anything going forward. I thought Jack Grealish had a quiet game, didn't do anything. Tiano Barry held the ball up a few times, but other than that, not much at all. Dwight McNeil, first start of the season, not really doing anything. Quite funny actually, because I had an Everton fan say to me that he's better than Saka. Well, Saka showed him absolute levels today. In fact, Dwight McNeil is probably, or Dwight McNeil, he's probably the Miguel Almirons of Saka. Yeah, he's just rubbish, just absolutely rubbish. And that's Miguel Almiron in an average season, by the way. He didn't do anything, and that's what I mean. I thought for Arsenal, standout player for me is probably Saka. Thought he was superb. Once again, this guy is so consistent. Gave Mikalenko a tough time, but it wasn't just Mikalenko. What was different from Saka today was he was interchanging with different sides. There'd be times where he went and drifted out onto the left-hand side and give Jake O'Brien a difficult time instead. There was times where he'd be giving the centre-backs a difficult time. So, really from Saka, it was superb all round. Not just on the right-hand side, which is what we're used to, but it was taking up those sort of left pocket spaces as well. You know what when he would as a left back, which I thought was good. I thought it brought a different dynamic to our attacking play. As I said, it's just a bit frustrating when you come up against the team the way Everton set up. Victor GYOKERES, he scored today. He scored the winning goal. However, I was unimpressed again from him. I do feel off the ball, he does do a lot of running. However, we can't use the excuse anymore that he's not getting the service, because he clearly was getting the service tonight. And he actually, I reckon his bum touched the floor more times than his feet touched the ball. I wasn't impressed. I thought he was weak up against the centre-backs, and he probably should have done better with the chances that his teammates offered to him. I know in the first half, Saliba played a nice ball through to him. There was a couple of times where he got the ball to his feet and he just completely fell to the floor, which is not good to see. I do think he's got to step up. You know, these aren't, with respect, the defenders that he was coming up against for Sporting. These are Premier League quality players, and especially Michael Keane and James Tarkowski. Most Premier League strikers struggle to get past them. But you've really just got to show that quality as a striker. Jesus came on and offered half an hour to us, and I thought he looked promising again. Obviously, it's difficult, as I said, for anyone going forward to really sort of get past that defence of, you know, strong Everton players, a 4-5-1 that they were playing. But I thought he looked promising, as did Saka, as I've said. Odegaard as well. A couple of misplaced passes, but other than that, he was great. Created, I reckon, I haven't checked stats or anything, but off the eye, he probably created the most chances out of anyone else. Big chances. And as you can see, obviously I'm away. I've tried making it sort of Arsenal themed for this video, and yeah, there's one of my old shirts that sadly no longer fits, with the captain on the back. I do need another Odegaard shirt next season. Calafiori and Hincapié I thought looked good. They looked solid. Nothing really got past them, but I don't really know if this is the game to credit the defence, because again they had nothing to do. Other than going forward, I thought they looked good progressively in possession, trying at least to break Everton down. Obviously it's just difficult to do so. Trossard, again, he looked very good, very unlucky not to score a goal, as was Martin Zubimendi. As I mentioned, the two chances that hit the post, Trossard and Zubimendi being those players to do so. It was a great move and from Arsenal. I think Saka got the ball, drived out the pitch, played it into Odegaard's feet, then to Rice, who laid it off brilliantly to Trossard. I say laid it off, he set Trossard up, and first time finish, very unlucky, millimetres from going into the back of the net. And yeah, Zubimendi is more of a half chance, to be honest. The ball wasn't really moving. Zubimendi just running onto it. He doesn't absolutely smash it. I think he more tries to place it into the bottom corner, and it hit the outside of the same post. Timber tried running onto it. Oh no, he didn't. Timber tried running onto the Trossard one, misjudged it. The second one from Zubimendi fell to Odegaard's feet, and he was offside, which was a bit of a shame. But yeah, I mean, the only other thing that I can really talk about is Arteta. I do feel like the substitutes were a little bit, what's the word, boring, I suppose. I thought he was very safe with his substitutions, bringing Martinelli on the left wing, bringing Mikel Merino on in midfield. I thought Jesus for GYOKERES, he got that one right. But the other two today, yeah, I thought he was playing it a bit safe. You know, experiment. Put Madueke out on the left wing. Put Eze out there. Bring Ethan Ranieri on to replace Odegaard if it's going to take the captain off. Not Mikel Merino. But other than that, you've got to give him credit because we won the game. But it just wasn't. I thought we looked good today. Obviously, it wasn't going to be difficult to look better than we did last week against Wolves, but I genuinely thought that we looked promising today. And if we can perform like that against Crystal Palace in the week, then we should be beating them, especially because they lost 4-1 today. So they're going to be going into that game feeling a little bit down, I'd imagine. So, yeah, on to Tuesday, the Carabao Cup action. If we beat them, obviously we've got Chelsea over the 2 legs, which will be interesting. However, we've got to get past Crystal Palace first, which won't be an easy task. We see what they can do in cup competitions. You know, the holders of the FA Cup. But yeah, Jesus is back for Crystal Palace. We know what he did in this round against them last season, scoring a hat-trick, and he is back. So until then, I'll see you in the next one, I guess, before Christmas. So I can't say have a Merry Christmas yet. But I'm trying my hardest to get a video out tomorrow. Hopefully that can all be done and produced ready for you guys. So tomorrow I will see you, and we will be talking about reinforcements in January in that midfield area. But until then, I'll see you next time. Come on, you Gunners. See you tomorrow.